All right, Shalom. I want to first start off giving all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Rakah Kodash. Double honors unto the apostles and the men that taught our apostles, the elder high priests, as well as the elder bishops, all right, and the elders at Great Millstone. Peace and blessings unto the 144,000 and the rest of the elect of the nation of Israel. This is the brother Abadia from the GMS Houston camp. And I want to make a quick comparison, all right, of doing things, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's way, which is the way of keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And if you believe in that, you really believe that this is the way you're supposed to walk on this planet Earth, um, and believe in everything that's written in the scriptures. The scriptures is also known as the Book of Commandments, because if the Most High laid these words down, even the things outside of our 613 laws, okay, it's a commandment. When Yahweh Shai said, "Go out to the highways and byways and bid them to the marriage," that was not a asking. That was not like if you feel like it, if you wake up and you want to. That's the commandment, to give you an example of something laid down in the scriptures that's not written in the 600 or part of the 613 laws, okay, that Moses received from Yahweh. Okay, so 1 second. All right, so I have a couple of scriptures, and I may have more after once I get to going into this lesson. All right, so we're gonna compare the nature of doing things Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai's way, which is the way of the scriptures, right? Versus doing things Esau's way, which is a way of he's doing his own thing, okay, which that's written in the scriptures. All right, tell you that the wicked, that's Esau, he hates instructions, even his own instructions. That's how bad it is with this guy, this man. He don't even like his own instructions. He don't like his own rules and laws. If something he put in place affects his agenda, then he switch it up. All right, he'll disannul it. So let's get into it, and we'll see through a compare and contrast. And compare the two, and then look at the differences and see what they bring according to the scriptures and according to um, observable reality. I got that term from what's the guy name? Shit, I can't think of his name. It may come to me, but that's not important. But you can see the what doing things the Most High way versus doing things Esau way. You can see the observable reality of it. Okay, you can see the direct contrast of the two. Proverbs 3:1, it says, "My son, forget not my law," and that's the scriptures. What the scriptures tell us to do, we ought to do. It says, "But let not thine heart." I'm sorry, "But let thine heart keep my commandments." And it says, "For this is what it's going to yield by keeping the commandments." It says, "For length of days," okay, and long life, so to live a long life on this earth. And ultimately, when we receive the new covenant, which is on its way, all right, we'll live for eternity through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments perfect. Okay? It says, "For length of days and long life and peace shall they add unto thee. You see? So if you're living a long, peaceful life, that means you're receiving justice, you're prospering, and you could, whether you're prospering through wealth, because the keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, you can obtain physical wealth through that. We're not in that time, you know, to be focused on, being wealthy or being rich. That'll come in the kingdom, but the law in itself, when the keeping of the laws to what can have it to where you're wealthy, and we come from a wealthy, rich background. Our forefathers had wealth, okay, and riches, like Job, like Abraham, to give you some examples. All right, and you'll obtain the wealth and the riches with without having to compromise your morality, okay, your morals. You'll have the wealth and the riches by keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And I'm not pushing that. I'm just saying that the law in itself, if you keep the law, statutes, and commandments, all right, you can build up your business and have a thriving, prospering business or businesses, you know, and you'll have that without a guilty conscience of how you got it. You see? But ultimately, you could be poor and still live a long, peaceful life um, through keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. And poor don't mean that you're looking like what we see today. People on the street, homeless. Um, yeah, poor and homelessness is two different things. All right. So I'm talking about being poor, and if you think it's not what you see today. It doesn't mean, 'cause Esau gave us this idea of being poor, and gave us gave us an observable reality of it. Okay, because he tears people down and have them living really below poverty. People are living below the poverty level, because this man is not right. You know, so I want to bring this scripture out to show you according to the scriptures, and then you can bring it as other verses that can be brought out, of course. All right, but this keeping of the laws, statutes, and commandments will have it to where you live a long life, because what? There's dietary law in the scripture, right? Just to give you an example of how to eat. A lot of our people are dying um, young because of what they're putting in their body, and what food they're putting in their body, and they're putting this food in their body. Who's in control of it? Meaning the selection of food we have. Yeah, you can eat better, but ultimately it's all garbage. Our selection of or choice of food is malnourished food that is not packed with nutrients. Okay, because the earth is languishing, because the devil's in power, the wicked. All right, so now this is what the law, statutes, and commandments will. It promotes life, living a long, peaceful life. Okay, now let's look at Esau's way. And to show that, I'm going to go to the book of Psalms, the 10th chapter, and the 5th verse, all right, and read it. It says, his ways, and the ways is talking about the wicked. You read Psalm 10 and 2, it says, the wicked in his pride doth persecute the poor. Let them be taken in the devices that they have imagined. So the subject matter of who's being talked about is the wicked. The wicked is actually in the first, well, after the first verse. The next three verses say the wicked in them. So when we get to the fifth verse, it's talking about the wicked. It says his ways are always grievous. And let's look up this word, ways and grievous. Okay. This is just some short, I didn't intend to make this video really long, but let's look at this word for ways. And the Hebrew word, it goes back to H 1870, and this word is dawak, or I'm sorry, rock, the rock, sorry, the rock, and it says way, road, distant, journey, manner. We're gonna focus on the word manner. Road, path, way, path, journey, direction, manner, habit, way, of course, of life. How you supposed to walk on this planet Earth or live? Okay, meaning our conduct, manner, mannerism. Go back to conduct, like it says in Second Peter, knowing all this shall happen, meaning all this destruction, leading the ultimate destruction is the third world's war. All right, knowing that that's going to happen, um, what manner of person are you to be in our holy conversation? Manner, or I was thinking of the word conversation, goes back to conduct. Let's look up manner though real quick. A way in which things is done or happens. And the way things are supposed to be done according to the Most High, or according to the laws, statutes, and commandments of the scriptures. All right. Now Esau has his way, his manner of the way things are supposed to be done is according to how he set up this society through his laws. Okay, which are unrighteous. Because what do they do to you? Let's read. Well, it's enough for this. Oh, it also says moral character. That's a good one. Okay, now let's go back to the verse. It says his way, so his manner, his way of things to be done, okay, are always grievous. The scripture also saying Habakkuk, the second chapter, that he is as death, right? So let's look up the word grievous real quick. All right, this word goes back to H 2342, and this word is hawal, and it says to whisk or whirl, dance, right, fear, tremble, travail, be in anguish, be pained. All right, excuse me for that. I had got a phone call, and I got do not disturb on, but somehow that call slipped through. But we was going in to be pained for the word grievous, and Psalm 10. What psalm is that? What verse is that? 10 and 5. Okay. Hawal. See something. For the word pain, this is, bringing up loose definitions. It says affected with pain, especially mental pain. Woo! Check that out. So yeah, people have, through the water being polluted, the air being polluted, the food being polluted, you taking all this toxins in, and it's harming the body, bringing about all kind of ailments, and it causes pain. But it also says right here, mental pain, hurt or trouble. You see, and that's some of the biggest ways this man is grievous unto us, is by, you know, attacking the mental and your psyche, which is the same thing, your mind, through witchcraft, through programming, through casting spells, through the food, which all that stuff go hand in hand. Because when you deal with the food, all right, it's GMO, and that's a form of witchcraft. Okay, it says to dance. Let's see what else they got. To wait anxious. The last one down here, number 6, it says to be distressed. So these are things that are in contrast to peace, all right, and to long life. It says suffering with anxiety, sorrow, or pain. Check that out. So the way of the wicked, his manner of how you do things, bring about grief. It says, thy judgments are far above out of his sight. As for all his enemies, he puffeth at them. The point was in the first part of the verse. His ways are always grievous. And we looked up ways, all right, it's his manner of ways to be done. I'm sorry, excuse me, of how you supposed to do things, right? Are grievous, right? The law, statutes, and commandments ways bring about a long life and peace. All right. So, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Just a little something. I was looking for a topic, and I was reading in Proverbs, the 3rd chapter, and that gave me the idea to, do this video. So, until the next one, I say shalom.